Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GANs processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess, Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine, irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand, to be there to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 193rd One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice on Tuesday, October 26, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the Public Teachings in English. My name is Rick Cramond. I'll be a host today, along with Mark and Dean. And we're ready to present today's workshop with members of the Universal Council who will be presenting and today's workshop. Okay, let's get into our main gist of the workshop here. Okay, Universal Council, are you ready to begin?
Hello everyone, this is Mosfek representing Bengali language. Once again, we are present in our One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace workshop. And this is our 193rd one, and it's a joyous occasion once again. And for here we are gathered together to celebrate the coming time. Not just celebrate, but also created through our wishes, our thoughts, and all the knowledge we are gathering through our efforts as Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers. And when we put all of this together, then through the beauty of the soul of the diversity of languages spoken on planet Earth, all souls are as equal and all are as creator as they are created in the image of the Creator. Welcome everyone. Let's go to the next slide.
Hello, Krasimir. You are here to read the wishes?
Did
Hello?
you want me to play the video of the flight enhancement unit first, or?
First we read the wishes, my dear Rick. Then we do the flight enhancement unit video. Is that okay?
Okay. Yep, sure.
Okay, okay. Krasimir, are you ready to read?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much.
So we, the Universal Council, wish through our soul for humanity to realize and understand zero-time communication, receive the gift of space travel in the beautiful spaceships created by the Keshe Foundation, in beauty and totality of the universal civilizations and their energy of peace and love.
I am present.
I am present.
I'm present.
Present.
I am present.
I'm present.
I am present.
I am present.
Hello, Krasimir?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Is there another wish that we need to go
Yes.
through?
Yes, there are
Yeah.
4 wishes.
I'm
Okay.
just having a little technical difficulty with the program here. I'm going to have to reload it somehow. Just hang on a second.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have it in there now.
Okay, thank you, Rick. We, the Universal Council, wish that all of humanity will understand the importance of this technology and take the courage to start using it, to benefit from it, and then by elevating to the next dimension.
I am present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
I am present.
I'm present.
Present.
I am present.
Present.
There are there's another wishes in the other slides. This Dean, can you read the wish, if you may? Please.
Hi, Swed. Yeah, sorry. Of course, I can read the
Oh,
wish.
oh,
So-
thank you.
Sorry,
Thank you, Krasimir.
yeah, I'm present now. So, okay. So the wish, we, the Universal Council, wish through our soul for the protection of humanity in disaster situations all over the planet. And I am present with this wish.
I am present.
I'm present.
Present.
I'm present.
I am present.
I'm present.
Present.
In the next slide, there is another wish. Yes. Dean, can you read this wish also?
Yes, of course, Shweta.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. The wish. We, the Universal Council, give from our soul and wish for humanity to receive shielding during all forms of disasters all over planet Earth. I am present.
I'm present.
Present. Fully.
I am
present.
Present.
I am present.
Present.
I am present.
I am present.
So now you, after this slide, you can, Rick, if you may, you can, okay. You may open the little video about the universal enhancement units and the spaceship unit. Then everybody will join in the talk, in the heart and soul presentation.
The revolutionary new Flight Enhancement Spaceship unit is due to be launched in June 2022, and in the same year is expected to fly passengers into space, to the moon and beyond for a day or even several days at a time. There is no need for the Flight Enhancement Spaceship unit to carry food or medicine, as it is equipped with the latest space technology for transportation, transmutation and deep space operation. This extraordinary breakthrough technology ushers in a new era of travel without the need of fuel, food, or medicine, even during the longest excursions into deep space. Each spaceship unit has a 4-passenger capacity for long or short duration flights and has the capability to travel between cities on Earth in a matter of seconds to minutes, depending on the distance and speed. This ability to traverse massive distance in such incredibly short time is not just a breakthrough for human transport, it also completely revolutionizes the transportation of goods and cargo and will rapidly overcome the need for one of our most polluting practices, namely marine shipping, as it finally breaks us free not only from the combustion of heavy diesel, but from the combustion of any fuel for propulsion in the future. The Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit, a new paradigm in space travel, space medicine, and space technology.
Hello, my dear Moshfik. You share your heart and soul presentation. We'll join you.
Okay, this is Moshfik again, representing Bengali language. The spaceship that we just saw in the video, it's present, and so are the other enhancement units. They are here. So, as we can all imagine, having these technology present on our planet, things will change, and in a big way. So in this change, we have our wishes, as we have talked about earlier in the presentation, and our imagination, our thoughts, and the planet is going to change. And as Universal Council members, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers, and as someone who very much wish the planet to be a peaceful place, we can all imagine what it would look like. And in a way, that imagination is us engaging as creators in creating the coming shape and beauty of the planet. And we can do, I mean, here we can go wherever our, so to speak, the heart's desire takes us. And things we never thought would be possible is now possible. So let's imagine and wish in that direction. I will just start with a few things, and obviously these are not the only things, but you know, we can all join in and dream about and imagine and create. And this is the time to create, and the past destructions that the planet has gone through perhaps is paving the way for this creation to come to fruition. And it's not perhaps, it is us. We make the part of perhaps happen for real. And what would we like to make the planet look like? No hunger, of course, no hunger, because the technology that's present transforms the need for energy, not only by being in the environment that this spaceship creates, but it also adds to our ability to do it on our own. That's one, you know, and then what else? No roads. What is it? What does no roads mean? No fuel, nothing going over the planet, be it on the ocean and on the land. Everything remains pristine as they should be. We make minimum. Our footprints become natural as any other life form on this planet. For we travel by the spaceship, and we don't have to build roads, create pavements, and add things we do not really need. What else do we have? You know, I'm just thinking about a few things, and you know, the health, of course, is another one of those, where you know, we will be healthy not just physically but emotionally, and in the long run also maintain and sustain our health the way we can, that we never thought would be possible. So I'll just leave it here for now, because there are a lot of other good ideas. I'm sure everybody's mind is bubbling, and it's time to create. Let's do it all together. So let's join in.
Hi, this is Marie. I start after you, Mosvik. I listened to Mr. Keshe. I'm the Universal Council member for the Norwegian language, by the way. And I was listening to Mr. Keshe on the North American Corona team, which is a public teaching on Sundays. And he said something that we shouldn't even think of or use our energy on looking or thinking on bad stuff like we are used to. Turn on the television, it's only bad stuff coming out there. And I've been thinking about that. And so I tried to kind of not feel anything about all this bad stuff that is going on, even disasters and whatever. And what happens is that I get this very strong feeling inside of joy. So I tried this for a couple of days. So I want everyone to try that. And I think so it's obviously the energy level who goes the right way by not pay attention to all these wrongs that are in our world today. So I decided not to pay attention to that. So, and I can feel that my energy levels are higher. So, and that is all we need. We need a higher, we need to elevate in a way on every level. And when we are elevated, it solves everything, because then we will have our spaceship, because we are a spaceship. And our health will be perfect, because this energy will keep us healthy. And what else? I can't remember more. But I thought, I think Mr. Keshe is telling us to not go into all this bad news, all this. It's like a circle. It's never ending. And maybe that's a way to get rid of the whole negativity. It's just paying no attention to it. Let's try that, or join me in my trying. Thank you.
Marie, hi, it's Dean here from the Universal Council Support.
Hi, Dean.
Hi, Marie, for the English language. I think what you just said there is a very incredibly important aspect of the creation and of definitely of the field strength that we all possess. So when you tap into something, when you put your focus to a certain position, you're creating from the fields. You are manifesting, and you are tapping in and connecting to this source. So when we understand the knowledge and the beauty of this this addition to the scientific endeavors of mankind that we have in the present moment with the teachings of the universal councils, the Earth Council, the core team, and particularly the Foundation's teachings on a universal level, you start to understand that if we are creating from the fields, if we put our focus to a certain position of beauty, of love and care to each and every being and soul that's present, we start to manifest on that level. We start to communicate, and we start to act, think, and speak on that level. And we start to communicate a field strength that radiates from within ourselves and reaches across. Mr. Keshe has told us and taught many times that from an atom to a universe is the same process. So if this is the case, then if I concentrate on one aspect of one cell in my body and focus on this beautiful cell as a sun, and let that radiate throughout myself, and then radiate to the field strength beyond, to the unicos, the universal family, and this includes the beautiful blue planet Earth, then I touch everything. I touch the whole of creation. And that is the field strength, and that is the position that I want to attain within my structure, to feed into the beauty of the creation that is within all of us, in the soul that you possess, in the physicality that you have come to understand and love, that we all do. We all love our physicalities, but you have this wonderful soul that is a radiant sun that's connected to the whole of creation, and it's within you. It's within each and every one of us, and we're all connected to each other. And when you tap into that, then everything else doesn't exist. It's just this precise moment that we all are in right in this very moment. And my intentions and thoughts are for love and peace and justice and just wonderful things for each and every soul and every being in this particular moment, in every moment. So I think what you just said there, Marie, is incredibly beautiful. And I personally, and hopefully collectively, we all feel that we need to concentrate on and think about the aspects of how we would like ourselves to be, the conduct that we would like to portray to the other souls and to the other beings that are all present with us in every and each moment that we are present with ourselves. So thank you, Marie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear Dean. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, my dear Moshfik. And I also want to say that I also want to add to this beauty, as it started with joy and will be forever, is here. And it's time for celebration, my dear one. These technologies, or we can say gift, received from the universal creator in this unified field, in our position so dynamic as became, it will help all humanity in this smoothness within the space to, as we are creating the dome of peace, the oases all around the world to enter. This will be like an open heart that please welcome, come in as you are. And there is no need to take the burden, to take the load of this matter. You don't need any more, but still you will be healthy, wealthy, and wise. And we will enter in the star formation, the civilization we created with the help of our ancient souls, those who restored these energies from eons. So this is the beauty that came out in visible light, and we can be tangible or non-tangible, visible or appear in or disappear in a way that will be the moment in the dynamic position we will create, as we are the creator too. So this is the position we are in joy, and the creator is in joy, and everything is like sparkling and glowing. And we are feeling this, as Marie said, from within the paradise that we dreamt. We thought there was an instinct, there was an intention, there was a wish, but this is here now. So all souls have to enjoy this journey. Starting this journey is the joy, and the peacefulness is always there. The peacefulness is always there. In peace, you can see the green, you can see the colors. I've experienced that. And I was in unpeacefulness, and I was angry, oh, so many emotions, as we are all in many levels. Even when I was traveling in the road in a very greenish place of my area, I never felt the trees. I never felt the love of them. But when I understand in peace, I was in peace. I am in peace. I understood they were telling me something. They were telling me something, and the green was so glowing that I was so, my tears came from my eyes. I never noticed that. And that is the beauty, the smell, the fragrance of a rose. This is the nature we are. We are the nature. We are the spaceships. We are the spaceships. This flight is we are, all of us. So join in the joy, join in the peace, walk in the peace, and walk in the road of peace, and join in the shining of the star formation we created, all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Salam, namaste, salute.
Anyone else?
Mosfeq, is Dean here again. I would just like to add, we're looking at this particular unit, this flight system on our screen that's being shared with us right now. And it has the ability to give us the ability to have zero-time communication, the ability to travel the cosmos, to travel around this planet in very short periods of time. As you mentioned, there was no real need for wheels, engines, roads. That all manifest, that whole manifestation disappears into the fields once more. And we can now use our soul to travel. We could use this tool in front of us to physically get into and travel the planet freely at will. And as Mr. Keshe said, there will be no borders because there's no way to detect such a craft, such a device, such a plasma that has no limitation, has no tangibility other than a certain point. So in this very moment, I'm very near to a system that is in front of me, in front of my tangibility. And I know the beauty that lies within its structure and its creation. And so when you see it in a tangibility, it gives you, because we're human beings and we have this physical coat, we have this incredible field strength that we can use when we use it in the correct way to initiate thoughts and patterns and all sorts of aspects to create what we require. And this particular unit gives us the ability now to transcend and move around at will and create a condition that changes everything in totality within the structure of this planet. It changes every aspect of our lives, because if it gives us the ability to travel freely across the planet, to have an oasis system, to have a system that feeds us, that can give us the field strength and give us what we require to exist, then we have no need to go in search of energies that we as a human race openly travel to, go to, express and have to source in every moment so that we can sustain our physicalities. So if we have this system in front of us that supplies all these needs, then as I said, it's a game changer. It changes the whole aspect of humanity's creation and thought processes. And in a few moments, if we have these new flight systems on our lands, on our drives, in our communities, then it opens up the doorway to the whole of the planet. We are unified. We become one, because if I can go from where I'm based in Austria, if I can go from Austria and I can go to any point in the world, I can go and have a cup of coffee in any country and come back and visit my parents, or go and visit some friends, some family. And it changes the condition. It means that we can exist in a totally different manner to what we've become accustomed to. Can you imagine being able to work in Africa, in Asia, in name any country, and then come back to the point where you like to reside in that moment that you call home, your physical home, and you can do it in a very short period of time. It opens up the whole planet. So the aspect of different nations, different cultures, they still all be in place, they'll still be there, but we will gradually become a different band of a family, we'll become a different field strength where we can communicate and be together in a totally different way. It will open up cultural, what's the right word? Cultural differences and aspects that humanity has sometimes struggled with a few times. But when we actually then just take it into the beauty aspect of what it will do, that this will also protect you. So if I wanted to go to the let's say to the Antarctic and go and visit there, then I could do this. This would have a field strength that it would actually create a dome, so that I could actually be within that environment and exist and not have to worry about having certain conditions that I would normally have to, where I'd have to dress up in this great big suit and have major issues with the temperature and stuff like this. This system will give you the ability to be able to actually go and visit these sorts of places and have a different sort of existence in the moments to follow. I'm not saying from day one, but it certainly will be an aspect that we will be able to enjoy. And so equally, you will then be able to then travel to the bottom of the ocean or to the another point. It's unlimited. It's just your thoughts and intentions and your wish where you would like to be and how you would like to experience your physicality or your non-tangibility, your soul aspect. And in every moment, you can be in any point. And this tool gives us the ability to experience completely new aspects for humanity, something that's been here before. And I know that humanity is at a point that we will transcend and become unified and part of the universal community through the beauty that has been brought forward by this technology, this addition to mankind's knowledge that has always been there, is always here, and these new tools, this new flight system will give us the ability to experience as the universal community has been experiencing and know about, and we all have known about for quite some moments. So I think it's going to be a very joyous time in the moments that are going to be so incredibly precious when you see people meeting up with each other from all aspects of creation, because they have the ability now to move around freely without borders and without control that would put you in a position where you have to go to a certain frequency, or we would say a field strength. You would have to go through to actually be a certain point on the planet. But when you have the freedom to choose yourself and you can travel to that point, then it opens up many new doors. And I think it's the most exciting, wonderful, creative, expansive, beautiful plasma and conditions that we could ever imagine. And I think it's going to be the most wonderful journey for humanity. And I look forward to it. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. I'm thinking of, I need to stock up with coffee because everyone can come to my place for a coffee with their spaceship. And another beautiful thing is that, okay, this device on the screen, it's like 10 million or something. And I guess not many of us has 10 millions, whatever, but the real spaceship is free. It's every one of us have our own spaceship within. Isn't that incredible? I think the future is so bright that I don't know. Oh my God! Yeah.
Thank you, Marie. We will come for the coffee. We all will come.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course, Sweta.
Thank you.
all knowledge seekers.
Yes,
need to buy
all
more coffee, more cups.
The thing is, Marie, that the pleasure of the coffee, will it be as sweet? Because when you have a system that can supply you with the field strength that you require, so the emotion will be the field strength that you may still want to taste and interact in the communications that the interactions that happen when people come together when they have a cup of coffee. And that joyous moment when people just talk and be themselves and experience a social aspect. But these units will also give us the ability to give us all that we require as a human being to feed us from the fields of the universe. So it's going to be a new awakening and a new opportunity for us all to experience this the beauty of this technology. Thanks, Marie.
Thank you, Dean. I want to say something more from the North American Corona team last Sunday with Mr. Keshe. He said something very interesting. Someone asked, I think that this is my interpretation of what was said. Someone asked Mr. Keshe, did any knowledge seekers manage to travel with their soul? And Mr. Keshe was quiet, and then he said, do you ever dream? We are already there. Isn't that incredible? What do you think about that?
Marie, we've always been there. We're part of the fields. We are, through the teachings, we know that we have this capability. We teach about the one cup, one life. And this particular plasma has the ability to create fields. So you create this an environment around yourself. And from these this creation, you can have thoughts and intentions. And you create from the fields, and this plasma that we make gas in a nano-solid state that we use to give energies and to balance out the field strength in all sorts of conditions from in all aspects of life. And when you use this this condition, it gives you some people would think they were like superpowers, like in a movie, this sort of thing, when in reality it's always been there for all of us to experience. The only limitation is your only thoughts and aspects that you have come to understand. And so this goes back to the conversation we had earlier, where we were speaking about creating an environment where you don't interact with certain aspects that are not conducive with the beauty of the universal knowledge. So if you take a position where you just have a field strength of whatever it is in life that makes you happy, that makes you joyous, a cup of coffee, if it's a cup of coffee with having socializing, then so be it. That's the field strength you want to attain. And this will now give you the ability to actually be able to enjoy that position, but you'll also be able to feel the strength, feel the emotion of this cup of coffee without having to physically have it. But you also can as well if you so desire to, which many of us will do in our physicality.
You know, Din, when I give you, or when you give someone that cup of life that you made in physicality, and you have the ganses and everything, when you give that, they receive. But what you receive on the soul level, because this other soul will give more back to you from his soul, and that's the boost to your soul. That is my understanding, and I just think that's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Marie. I think what you just said is true. You can give, the more you give, the more you receive. And when you give these cups of life away and you give the plasma waters, you receive back on a soul level. And that is an incredible thing to experience. And it does bring in many aspects to our creation and to our lives that I've experienced myself. That it touches you, and you start to experience and have an understanding of different dimensions and beauties start to manifest that many people have not experienced yet, but they will do in the moments to follow. But also remember that you are a walking GANs. You are this creation from an atom to a universe. You are part of this. It's in every part of you. So you can experience this by a thought and intention. You can experience this by I can give the plasma of the one cup, one life with a thought. Right now in this very moment, I join with each and every one of you, and I spray a peace dome over the whole of the planet, and I connect with each and every soul present, and then I extend that out across. and I give and I give. And I thank you all for being connected. And it was a thought, a process. And in that very moment, we were all together, as we always are. And this is the plasma. That's the plasma of the beauty of the knowledge of creation.
Oh,
Thank you, Marie.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie.
Thank you, Dean. Do we have anyone else who wants to speak about the spaceship and all we talked about?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Because I'm in a very windy area. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is the Italian Universal Council for the Italian language representative. Yes, I would like to add some things because I see this as really like a big turning point or being a changer of the game that we have today. So one thing that Mr. Keshe always say to us in the Mehran, so for who doesn't know what the Mehran project was a project that Mr. Keshe has done in 2017. And he took 4 simple people. It took 4 people that didn't have nothing, didn't know nothing of science, and they didn't know nothing in. There were no doctor, no scientists, no astronauts. So he took very, very simple people with no background relating to the space technology. And the main reason was to prove to humanity that if these 4 people can do, everyone can do. No? So if they can do, everyone can do. And when we were in the Mehran, as you know, there was no spacecraft, no spaceship. We actually were required not to use any tool for space and to use our own body. As you know, whatever you see in the spacecraft, you have inside you. So this spacecraft is an enhancement unit. It's work with the plasma technology, and each one of us is made of plasma. So Mr. Keshe wanted to prove to humankind that we have also a spacecraft inside us, where we have plasma inside us, we have the reactor inside us. So there are ways to trigger the use of the plasma. He literally really expand on the soul, what the soul is, and you can find for who is new and listen this never listened the Keshe Foundation before, they can find all this teaching from 2017 and are all public in the YouTubes on the Knowledge Seeker workshop. And he taught us that we got soul, the soul is inside. Then he went on tell us the location of the soul, and then all these teachings are there. You can go and listen to them and learn them, and talk about how we can interact with our soul and what is the main force of our soul. So the main energy force, this unconditional love. And he taught us how the space works. We couldn't understand anything. Like probably most of people that are new, for them, this is like speaking in Russian. It's very hard to relate it to this if you never come across before. Nevertheless, he taught us that our soul understands. So we still understand, even those you think you don't understand, but you deeply you understand things that are taught to you about how the space works. And in this project, we did incredible things. Like I would never forget, I said last Thursday was life-changing. So we learn like Mr. Keshe spoke even last Thursday, I really recommend to see the workshop of last week and to see the workshop of the Thursday before, because they're very, very essential to start to learn and to open up the mind to what is more out there, and to learn and to really embrace how the universe works. So he taught us all this knowledge. And if you remember, I don't think it was this Thursday, but it was the last Thursday, he talked about how you can put the spacecraft like the star. Not all the stars are real stars. When you gain more knowledge, it's like if I'm a painter and I study painting, when I'm going to a art gallery, I can see which type of brush they use for that type of painting. But if I'm not a painter, I will not be able to recognize details like a painter. So the same things when we look at the star, because we never thought deeply about the universe. Majority of people of us, I talk about normal people, the majority of us, they always focus on their daily life, going to work, make children, make some money for the family, but we hardly look in the stars. So when we look at the stars, we see the stars, but they look all the same. Definitely someone who studies stars, like astrologist, or someone who's into the stars, they can see more details than us. But because this knowledge has never been taught before, and maybe even an astrologist will not be able to see what other people, they are common living in space, they can see, So he taught us that not all the stars are stars. Some stars are a spacecraft, and then between them, they can make like a connection and create our environments where they can live, where people of the universe can live, where we can live once we're gonna become good on exercise these tools. But definitely the Mehran, I remember that there was no spacecraft, and he taught us that you're gonna be able to do this with our body as well, because if your body is a spacecraft, then you can connect with other people, and we can make these energy grids between us, and we can change the environment around us. So the potential become very real, and the potential become unlimited. It's just a matter of us really get used of this new knowledge and adding to the knowledge that we already have. So you don't have to forget what you learned up to today, but you have to open your mind to accommodate a new understanding, knowledge that you add into your own knowledge that you already have, just to give you more choice. And he was very, very clear. I'm sure that all this, we're already doing it, like Mary said about the dreams. We're already all dreaming, already traveling. The only difference is that we don't do it consciously. When you become aware and when you become conscious, you got a choice. You can have a say. It's like when we do the example of the toes. You cannot move your toes individually, but when you become aware of where your toes are and you start to feel them, then you have a say of how to move independently, like the finger of the hands. So it's just all matter of practice, and really get used to this new way of understanding. I can guarantee that in the Mehran, a lot of things happened effortless. And I wanted to go more in depth with Mr. Keshe on the Thursday teaching. This is my dream. My dream is to really go more in depth of what happened in the Mehran with Mr. Keshe, so we can all learn together, because things happen, but many times, even when things happen to you, you still, I don't know how to repeat them. So, it's a process, but definitely the first step is acknowledge them and be open to them, and then gradually they will become second nature. And he also said many times that it always been given to us the half of the story, and with this knowledge, Mr. Keshe giving to us, he tried to give us the other side, so we got the full picture. And this one again, just to give us more choices. So I want to make clear, it's not like you have to choose, I want to be physical, or I want to be plasmatic, or I want to live in this world, or I want to live in another world. No, now we're going to unite all the world. We're going to unite all dimensions. So he said to us many times, you just will learn the scale from plasma to material. At the moment, we're just going up and down on the material. So if you think a scale from 1 to 10, I don't know, 1 to 6 is material, and then from 6 to 10 is plasma. And gradually from material, you're going to plasma. So from 1, you're going to 10. And then from plasma, you're going to material. So you're going back to 1. What we're learning here, we're just learning to going through the scale and on having choice at which point of the scales you want to be. So we're gonna learn how to have the best of both, of the both worlds, the best of everything. So you don't have to choose one way to live or another way. You can learn, you can have both. So you can literally, if your soul thinks for you, you need to experience the life in Earth, and you're going to shopping, you're going to do your stuff. And then what is the difference is that you will have the ability also to materialize yourself, go into space, then come back, go again, visit your friends. We're just going to have a more choice and without limit. And the goods of all is that because he said also last time, the creator is a perfection, does a perfection job, no failing, no mistake. So we're just gonna be able to have kind of paradise on earth. So we're just gonna be able, all the things that are today, they're limited us, they will disappear instantly because they will not be able to anymore to last. It's a little bit, it's a stepping stone that we are gonna make. So I really wanted to go more in depth on this because I personally, my personal experience, I felt that when we are 4 of us, we created like another dimension. I remember that, I don't know if you say the word dimension is correct, because I'm learning as much as you guys, so I don't even know if I'm using the right word, but definitely all 4 of us in the motion, we were in 4, and we were repeatedly told by Mr. Keshe to do the star formation every day. The star formation was a must, so you had some fixed things that we were doing, and other we were giving completely freedom. So one thing that we're doing every single night, not failing, was the star formation. It was for who doesn't know what a star formation is, you have 3 people stay at the bottom in different heights. You have to have a space underneath. You cannot stay directly on the floor. So you have to be sitting on a chair, and the chair has to be in different heights. And then only one has to be on the top, higher than everybody else. That is the star formation. And then the other rule was not talk, start to connect more, not talking, So in start formation, we never talk. And learn how to feel the things are around you. All the things that we've been repeating every week, the Mr. Keshe repeating every week since at the beginning of the teaching. Even if you go 8 years ago, it's still from the very beginning repeating all this knowledge, but it will take us time for us to, you know, I see now, sometimes I see a workshop of 5 years ago and I think, oh my God, now I understand it 5 years later, you know? So it takes time. The first time I opened the book, number 1, it took me 5 years to grasp the concept. Even now, I don't even know if I fully grasp it, you know? So things take time. So you do have to be patient with yourself. But definitely things really happen for me in the Mojang with no tools. So as I said many times, so we were doing this transformation. Towards the end, I felt this, we all said it was like, I could feel this and like electric in the environment. Things felt less solid. And I remember that sensation I had with me all day long. I felt that same sensation when I entered an announcement unit, a health unit. I thought, this is the same feelings I had when I was in the Mojang. So definitely, I do really believe that all of us were connected and we were making some plasma grid. This is my assumption because I never talked properly with Mr. Keshe. And definitely things were happening. Like, as many of you know, my arm changed blue, like the color that you see in the spacecraft on the seat. And I do think it's not the case. Mr. Keshe chose this color. I remember that the next day when we went to Mr. Keshe and said, Daddy, this happened. I was not on my own, because always if I was on my own, I would think I'd imagine it. So we went to Mr. Keshe and Mr. Keshe said, that is the color of man in space. We're blue. And he went through all the explanation why we're blue. So there is a lot of stuff that we don't know. So we have to really be humble to understand there is a lot of stuff that we don't know, that we don't really know. No, we don't know that we don't know. And then another things that really for me was life-changing was when I explained last Thursday, when we were doing the spacecraft between us, and Mr. Keshe asked us to fly. So we went through all the how the spacecraft can be done as one person. You as one can be your own spacecraft. You go all your plasma, all your chakra, your reactors, your breathing. There is a way to trigger all this stuff. He told us step by step, unconditional love, not think, feel, really learn how to feel, and recall feeling. So if you fall in love once, you should be able to recall it. Whatever you done once, you should be able to recall it. This is where we have to focus our practice is on recalling feelings, recalling them. So if you eat a strawberry and you know the taste of the strawberry, you can recall it. So once you have the sensation, the materialization is what comes next. No, all these things have been repeated many times before, as some of you know. But if you don't know, you have to learn how to feel and to recall feelings. So when we did the spacecraft, when he told us a few steps that were happening, we had to recall the feelings of love. I don't know, obviously, you can do all your best. So we recall these feelings of love. My heartbeat changed. This energy come from underneath. It was real. It was real to me. It was real to us four. so much real that I lift from the table, and then I start rotating. So I rotated so fast that we were a little bit scared. So these things happen. These things are real. These things are here today. It literally is just matter for us to really start to embrace them and practice them. One thing I noticed was that because we were doing every day non-stop, that obviously become our reality. It's like if you, I don't know, want to learn the piano and I don't know, you just do piano become, I don't know, you have to, obviously, when you practice and when you do just one things and then you practice, it become your reality. No? So that's what happened to us in the Mojang. That for me was my reality. We didn't go to work every day. We just stayed on talking about space technology and practice in the evening. Yeah, so maybe I'm talking too much, but yeah. So my point was that my point is that all this is real, and we just need to start practice and not to worry if you do not understand anything. We didn't understand anything as well at the time, but what happened is by just practice and start to think in a certain way, that suddenly, without you realizing, things start to make sense, and then things start to happen. So I just recommend you to really practice the feelings and practice how to recall them, and really understand the power that we have inside us. Because another thing I realized with the Mojang, when all these things were happening every evening, there was nothing when I left the Mojang that can compare to that. That for me was the highest point of my life, the highest. And that for me was, I really felt the power that we don't have a clue that we have on our fingertip, but because we don't know, we don't use it, we're blind to it. So we have to just slowly, don't worry if you don't understand, just practice, follow your flow, your instinct. And, you know, anyway, whatever they teach us is not bad. They teach you unconditional love. They teach us all things that are good for you and others. The benefits are endless. It's just a matter of together get started and doing stuff. And then things will happen with us, through us doing nothing. And then the frequency will come more often. And maybe eventually we will know how to do it. Mr. Keshe said it will be like learning how to drive. So if you learn how to drive, you learn how to go into the bicycle, you learn how to, if you're pilot, how to ride a plane. It's all the same process. But now we use our body as a vehicle, and we're learning about, you know, the spacecraft to me are like crutches, stepping stone. So, you know, so it's great. I think it was a turning point for humanity, and we cannot be stopped. So just matter of learning and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stefania. Do we have Thank you, Stefania. Do we have any more comments before we go to the next slide? No, so then we go to the next slide, Rick. Oh, there. Okay, so this is from the Portuguese community, which is very active. And I got this message from Rafael Texteira. I was asking him about an interview that he made a couple of weeks ago with another Rafael in Brazil. And there are some interesting things happened there. For the first, there were about 17,000. This is what I've heard. I don't know if I got it from Rafael, but I heard that there were 17,000 people watching live that program on YouTube with Rafael Teixeira from the Keshe Foundation Brazil. And that is very beautiful. And we all heard Rafael, and it's very nice. But the most amazing thing is this. In less than 24 hours after this interview, more than 1,500 people came to our Telegram group, and the numbers keep growing. So what Rafael is telling me is that maybe this would be a good information to put to knowledge seekers, to encourage them to speak out on YouTube channels and spread about KF technology. So Danilo is writing in the chat that they are in the Telegram group for Brazil. There are 9,500 people. So that has been growing very much, from 5,000 to 6,000 last time I looked. So this is the beautiful work here. Since we don't have English text on this interview, Rafael have sent me the manuscript, but I think it's a little bit too long to read. But I'm having it in front of me now, and I take little small parts of it. So there is an introduction. So he says, "Hello everyone, my name is Rafael Teixeira. I am the representative of the KF in Brazil. We would like to start our talk showing a video first and explain what Keshe Foundation is about." So they play the video, some promo video from Keshe Foundation. And then he says, "Now let me give you some background about Keshe Foundation and its work." Is there someone who wants to say something? Can hear someone with the mic open? No? Someone is having their mic open. Okay, so there is a part about the Keshe Foundation. Like the Keshe Foundation is a scientific and non-religious organization that works in the development of plasma technology for space travel through positioning of magnetic and gravitational fields, and not through burning fuels. And I'm not going to read everything you wrote about the Keshe Foundation, but this text can be usable for everyone who's having an interview or are making a video about Keshe Foundation. And this is very well written. And it's a lot of studying behind this text in this document. And you can have this document from Rafael or from me, because I have it. And then there is one part about Mr. Keshe, and I take a small part of it. The founder of Keshe Foundation, the nuclear physicist M.T. Keshe, discovered this new science more than 40 years ago, and through it, he has been able to fill in all the gaps that we are missing in our current understanding of science and physics. So that is a long part about Mr. Keshe. And then there is another part called KF work through the world. The foundation has been working for years in cooperation with a lot of entities and governments throughout the world. All this information has been well documented on the keshefoundation.org website. Just to name a few of the things we have been involved in: radiation decontamination in Fukushima after the nuclear accident in Japan, the Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone, disaster relief in Italian earthquake, the African swine flu outbreak in China, and much more. In addition, Mr. Keshe has been personally involved in the following peace process in Northern Ireland: the conversion of industries from war to peace, production in the East Bloc after the fall of the Soviet Union, the 5+1 peace treaty between Iran and the United States. A few years ago, in the Rome Peace Conference with world ambassadors, Mr. Keshe offered the technology free to all governments. The patented technology was put on a USB stick. Later, President Obama wrote to Mr. Keshe requesting the USB stick. The plasma technology was used in the downing of the most advanced American drone by Iran during the Obama administration, and the total disabling of the American battleship in the Black Sea as Russian planes did a flyover and 27 American officers resigned their commission. During these demonstrations, no harm came to anybody. One of the Keshe Foundation websites, or on the Keshe Foundation website, we have thousands of testimonials related to health. Recently, there was a Chinese man who was in a wheelchair for 4 years with both Alzheimer's and Parkinson, and was taking handfuls of pills and was at the point of no return. I think it was within 30 days he was walking and 60 days running. You can see the video for the details. He was a very rich man who owned a couple of hospitals. Other testimonials include a woman with a brain injury where the doctors couldn't do anything for her, as she laid in coma. She was brought back and parts of her brain were regrown without any surgical intervention. And all these articles and details about these trials and testimonies can be found on the Keshe Foundation website. So further in this interview that Raphael had, there is a part about the Universal Body Enhancement Spaceship unit, but I'm skipping that one now because there is no time for it. And there is one part about the peace roadmap by Mr. Keshe. And then there, in the end here, there is one small part that is called Our Mission. So I will read that. Our mission is to bring peace on Earth through sharing the new plasma technology equally to all, so that we become one planet, one nation, and join humanity with the universal community. Mr. Keshe is sharing the universal knowledge so that we enter the universal community as equals with all beings in the universe. The time of elevation of the man is now, and no one can stop it. The more we as humanity can join our hearts and minds together, the faster and smoother this transition will occur. Please share the gift the same way as you received it, freely with everyone. Thank you very much for listening today, and I hope you will join us in spreading the plasma technology through your community and the nation. So that was the end of the manuscript that I shortened down, but this is available. Just ask and you will be given. Yes, so that is a beautiful testimonial from Raphael, what his interview can do for so many people, because there is a lot of people who has found the way to the knowledge of the Creator. Isn't that beautiful? So that is very, very beautiful. So actually, I think that was it for this slide, Rick. Thank you.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Hello, Magnus.
I just got the time now. I have prepared a short wish, very important for me. So I thought it's my duty to read it, if you permit. So I give freely from my soul for peace and justice on this planet, and peace and justice for all the Farsi speaking people, and also in our families and personal level. I give freely from my soul. You take what you need.
I am present, dear Mehran, in your wish.
I'm present.
Present. Stefania, do you want to say something about this World Peace Project?
I mean, I already talked quite a lot before.
Yeah.
So I'm also happy if anyone else wants to say anything about the World Peace Project. So.
But maybe you did the part in the other part.
Huh?
Yeah, you talked a lot.
Yeah. So if anyone would like to say anything about the World Peace Project, it would be great. Yeah. So to give time to other people to talk.
Yeah, but we can talk later. So let's. I think we skip this slide then. Do we have any volunteers for this, the Dome of Peace?
Well, thank you.
Okay, so as we all know, this is a call to all knowledge seekers. Let's together create the Peace Dome all over the planet. And what we are doing every Sunday, but it could be any day, we are spraying with the cup of life, #1, actually. And by doing that, we are connecting this, we are connecting all this spraying and gases and the fields together. So it will create dome, and the dome will be around the world or our planet. And then we wish for peace, for world peace. And so by doing that, we create this condition of peace within our world and our earth. And this world peace is very important for humanity. Not only that we will get a better life, but we need the world peace to open the doors to the universe. So it's very important, actually, if we are going to become men of space and women. And this text is from Mr. Keshe, and he wrote this in the chat. Please remember, this Sunday and every Sunday, from now on until we raise the soul of this planet to a peaceful planet, Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers worldwide will spread the GANS waters around the world at 12 PM CET and/or 18 PM CET every Sunday at the same time as they choose which time to suit them. So thank you for participating in this greatest movement by the soul of the man to bring about the peace on this planet as a permanent feature of the life of this planet. So that is what we need. We need this permanent, everlasting peace, and we will get it. And everyone who has made GANS waters, put it in a bottle or spray it or even pour it down the drains, and it will all add up to this peace dome, or the dome of peace. So thank you. So I guess we can go to the next slide, Eric.
Marie, it's Dean here. Can I just quickly say, with the peace dome, it's something that, thank you, Marie. It's something that is close to myself, and I know many knowledge seekers have been doing this, where they create from the fields, and they, with their thoughts and intentions, they add to the cloud of beauty of the creation by putting their plasmatic thoughts and wishes and intentions into the plasmatic waters that they create, and they feed back into creation. And I know when you, with the right intentions, you apply this knowledge and this condition, this dynamic reaction, this dynamic reactor, yourself, you start to, you can experience many beautiful things. I've had experiences where I've been in foundation meetings where I suddenly spray the plasma water and certain conditions happen. There was one moment where I was in an environment outside. I walked outside for one moment, and it was a very foggy night. It was a very, very foggy night, and there was very dense fog as well. And you could, you just see the street lights, but the fog was all around, and there's just this eerie atmosphere of just the fog. It's like being in, in a different environment, and it was very low, dense fog, as I've said. And then I suddenly had this notion to spray the cup of life. So I got my plasma water, the cup of life, and I just sprayed it above the immediate area that I was stood in. And we were talking away within the meeting. It was within the NAC meeting, the North American Corona meeting. And within, I would say, a very short period of time, it must have been 2 to 3 minutes, the fog lifted directly above me and all around me for this where I'd sprayed, and then the stars started to twinkle through, and I saw the direct connection with a lot of stars all around me. And but when I looked out further out, there was still this very dense fog, and so there's a definite reaction and interaction with the fields when you have intentions and thoughts using these plasmatic waters. So be generous in your contribution to your environments with your plasmatic abilities and beauties that you possess within inside yourself, and you will experience some incredible feedback from the creation into your environment. And I hope it's the most beautiful experience for you. Thank you, Marie. Thank you.
Thank you again, Dean. Beautiful words. So now we are on the discussion and interaction of issues and conditions accordingly, making of wishes and reading the wishes that has to be present. So it's the microphone is open for everyone who wants to interact and participate. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning or evening. I'm
Good
Patricia
evening.
from Honduras, a really beautiful small country in Central America. And I spray the Dome of Peace every Sunday. And I also make streaks of plasma during my week. We're going into elections in a month on the 28th of November. And it's really a shame that such a beautiful country has been reigned or ruled by corrupt politicians. So I spray every day and every Sunday especially, and hope to elevate their souls, especially the people that are running for elections on the 28th of November, to elevate their souls so that they come into office not to serve themselves, but to serve the people of Honduras.
Well, I'm present in your wish. But I want to say that I think you have a very important task to do. You have to spray a lot because it's the fields who's going to change that condition. So think of don't think too much on the what is actually going on in the matter state, if you understand what I mean, and try to think about what it should be like and how we are going to change it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I spray almost every day. And I try to spray like all over the place, wherever I go. I have my bottle in my car, so I just spray. And,
beautiful.
And ask for a better future for this country.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
We had a question from the YouTube from Joy House. Is there an email address for, she says, I would love to have a copy of the manuscript that has been read. That'd be from Raphael.
Yes, I think in just 5-10 minutes, we will have the email addresses for the Universal Council on the screen. So there is all the email addresses, and one of them is me. I'm the Norwegian UC, and you can send me an email, and then I will send it to you.
Okay, so they can copy down the email address as it appears on the screen. Maybe it'd be good to put that in the chat because
I don't know if it's possible with the emails.
Yeah, you can put your email address in the chat, and I can put it in the other chats.
Yeah, otherwise it's easy to write down. You can stop the video in the recordings. Yeah, so that is, you will have it from me if you, or from Rafael. I think it's easier to find me than Rafael. He's a very busy man. Okay. Do we have any other questions or?
We have Salamia with the hand up here. Would you like to
Okay.
go ahead?
Hi, I was out for a while from the internet and I came back with a wish to balance the body of humanity between acidic and alkaline, to get peace in our body, equilibrium in our body, mind, and spirit. This is my wish. And to forgive and forget in order to have the peace of mind and of the soul. Thank you very much.
I am present, dear Salomia, in your wish.
I'm present. And thank you, Salomia.
I am present.
I am present.
So do we have more? Do we have others who wants to interact? Otherwise, yeah, okay.
Thank you very much, Marie. Thank you very much to all of you. Just a conclusion. So when we are present, we are conscient. We use our consciousness, and we are. And this is not all the time. It's like 1% or 5% of all our day. And we use unconscious during all the day. It's important to be more present because in this way we balance everything by our wish, and we program our life in a positive way. Thank you.
Thank you. So I have one last thing, because it's Thursday and there is a TV Galactica interview where I represent the Universal Council and are answering questions from the audience and from Rosanna in TV Galactica. So you are all welcome to come there. Maybe I can find the link, maybe. I will see. Yeah, so I will post the link in the chat. It's at 23:59 tonight. And I hope everyone will listen in and support it. Yeah, so that is what I wanted to say about TV Galactica. Maybe you have that beautiful poster from last week. Do you have it, Rick, that I sent you last week? Because there is a very nice poster following this link.
Okay, just a minute here. Yes.
Made by the Brazilians, because in Brazil they have a very active language community. So that's very nice to see. There is so much activity and creation. So I wish for more language communities like that. Or maybe I have to move to Brazil one day. With my spaceship, of course.
Mary, can you describe a little bit more what you say? So for example, ours is me too, For example, we always wish that we mix a little bit more, but I'm the first one not to mix much. So can you tell us a little bit about what you like about?
Yeah, I didn't understand your question.
Brazilian community.
What I like,
what you said is very active.
Yeah, there are so much going on in the Brazilian community. They have like a lot of activities. They have classes, like a lot of private classes. I know many private communities has private classes, but still they have a lot of classes. They have workshops. They always come up with beautiful picture of their creations that they are making. They are in a lot of media, like the one with the Rafael that I talked about earlier today, and the TV Galactica. And so there is a lot of things going on, and they have all these, like there are nuns in the monasteries who are teaching the kids plasma technology. So we have to put our eyes to Keshe, Brazil, and learn from them. So it's very beautiful.
Yeah, it would be great. For example, if it is none, has got some Italian connection, you know, and maybe find some nuns who teach also plasma in Italy, you know, because the church in Italy is quite strong as well.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess the church is strong in Brazil as well, because it's a big Catholic church. And we had some earlier, not very long ago, we had these beautiful public teachings with priests and nuns, and we even had a Tibetan monk. And we had discussions, and they told about how they were looking at the soul and creator and things like that. And it was very interesting coming out of Brazil. That's my point, that we have to look to how are they doing it in Brazil, and then we can learn from them, and include everyone, because we are one big family. Someone wrote something in the chat. I'm going to read it. Hello, good day. The Hispanic group invites to all communities to public classes in Spanish, to the classes taught by teachers of the Keshe Foundation every Monday at 9 PM CET. So we are all invited to the public teachings in Spanish. And to be honest, I've been to several of them, and they are really nice. But then the teacher was talking English, so, and there was a translation to, but still very good classes. So yes, so my wish is that we all become as creative and expanding as the Keshe Brazil, or Brazilian Keshe Foundation. Thank you.
I just got a message from Liliana, and we would also like to invite the World Keshe community to our workshops on Mondays. And they are usually, we start at 11 o'clock my time. Let's see, we're always posting these on the World Keshe Foundation, but they're on Mondays, and we welcome everybody to join us.
That's beautiful. And for all new people, please go to Telegram and find your language group in Telegram, the Keshe Foundation language group. because a lot of information is shared there.
And even if it's not your language, most of our workshops are in English, so you can have someone translate. That's how we came together with the Portuguese and the Germans, and right now with the Romanians, we try to find someone that can translate from English. So we do direct translations, and that's how we have been able to get more knowledge or get a little bit ahead. Instead of just having one workshop, we get the knowledge of 3 or 4. So that has been really nice for us.
Yes, that is so beautiful. I actually been present in many of those workshops.
Yes, I know.
And I really love it when it's in Spanish and Brazilian. And
I think that multicultural mix is what's gonna make us one whole nation.
The only thing I'm scared of is if Jalal starts speaking German, because I will have a hard time.
No, because it has always been translated.
Okay.
Because the workshops are in English, and then Andreas translates in German, and I translate in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a lot of people that it just takes the will. Like in anything else, it just takes a will, and you can find the time to do these things. And if you know that you're going to benefit a lot of people, why just sit there and listen to 3 or 4 hours when you can listen, learn, and have others learn with you?
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Everything that's going on in it's very fun too. So we learn a lot. All the communities of different language are cordially are cordially invited to the official workshop in Spanish. Yes, thank you. Maybe we should bring up that page from our presentation with the email addresses if there are not anyone who really want to talk. Are you there, Rick?
Yes, just a second.
Yes, I am Shweta Anwar, UC representing Hindi language. And this is the call about the invitation to join the Universal Council membership and Universal Council support membership. I also want to add that the wishes that has been taken before by knowledge seeker, truth seekers, UCs, has been written by our UC, Universal Council Elias, and he created a page. He has posted the link in this chat in the start of the presentation. Please go through the page, the website, Plasma Circle, and you can go through the wishes and can understand the beauty that has been created by many souls all the time. So all the wishes are registered there. I mean, there to learn, to see, to get the happiness always. So please go, and he has done a very beautiful work. Yeah, he has typed this in the chat, the Plasma Circle, and anyone can go and read the wishes again. These are the beauty and totalities of true intentions that has been created. Well, you can say the star formation. So I'll repeat that this is, please go to the Plasma Circle, and the page has been beautifully created by Universal Council Elias. Thank you, Elias. Thank you so much. And then Here is the invitation for to join the Universal Council membership and Universal Council support membership. I invite, and this is an appeal of love, I invite especially the younger generation to join, as there's a lot of work to do and a lot of energy needed. And and as the road has become towards now entering the stargate in the star formation, we have created for ourselves. This is the Universal Council page, my dear ones. And we will come to the link of the email, dear Joy, very soon. And this is the page, the violet color, the super insulator, and the color of love, kindness, care, and light, my point of view. And you can go through the page. There is the Universal Charter, Universal Mandate, and the universal love you will experience. And anyone can go through the page. Anyone can read. We are all universal and naturally like that. We have just loaded with ourselves with so many not needed things. That's it. In the spaceship, we can go with no load, no baggage anymore. Yes, a detachment is going on. Maybe we can feel the to and fro motion, but the door of the heart is open. The oasis is open. The enhancement units are there. Come, welcome. This is the logo of the Universal Council, and you can see the opening of the Stargate, the opening of the heart of the friend Mitra, the light of an enlightenment, and the essence we are carrying. The essence we all are carrying together, the love we have experienced, detachment with all that has been experienced, but we don't want them anymore. So this is the love we carry to the other side, to the star formation. We all did. And this is the page, and the application is coming. And please do fill the applications with your soul pen. This is very much needed. And of course, if you may, can fill it with your physical pen to represent, to show somebody else, another beautiful soul, another community. This is the application form, my dear. And see the violet color. Please fill this form with your soul pen, with a pen of your physicality, if you may. This is not a question anymore. This is a wish to be shared. Always peace is there, then everything is in balance. The Magrav becomes the dynamic position. So here we say, fill this form, my dear ones. And if there are so much things are going on as natural, we haven't felt it before, the application forms will be in process, are in process, and the opening of the giving will be very soon, as the spaceship has came, as the enhancement units has came, and the door is open. So my dear Rick, can we fill this form, dear ones? Can we go to the next slide, my dear Rick? Yes, this is the links to the documents of the UC Charter. You can explain the soul physically. You know, I'll say you can explain the soul now, how it guided us all the time. And you can be a teacher to explain a soul. Really, anyone can be. And the UC mandate, the universal mandate, you can become an essence of all that is love. This is mandatory, and every soul should go through this teaching and make an essence of it. And then Earth Council Constitution, and the Earth Council Constitution is very, I also invite the Earth Council members to join us. That will be very added in peace. Very, very beautiful. That will be. And I know you are with us always. And go through the Earth Constitution as the oases are being built. The enhancement unit are coming in the visible light. The spaceship is coming, and the oasis is open to all. Just don't need to have a courage to come in. You just come in simply as natural as you are. You can understand. And then the Peace Road map, and the Peace Road map. Now we become the bikers to go to the Stargate, towards the star formation in the waters we like. So, and in the left side there is the email addresses of the, and I will say the Norwegian email, the email IDs, the Norwegian email ID of Marie, which is active, as the manuscripts are being demanded by, and the mail is uc.norwegian, NORWEGIAN, at theuniversalcouncil.org. Please note down, uc.norwegian at universalcouncil.org. And all the members, those who are active, these are the emails of them, and everybody can email, everybody can ask a question, share a sharing of beauty and totality, all that is love. Thank you, my dear ones. Thank you so much for being here, and salam, namaste, salute, welcome. Welcome to the foundation, to the energy of the foundation, to the universal unified field. Suswagatam. Thank you so much. I'm reading the wish. Thank you, dear ones. Thank you, all beautiful souls. And the wish, I give freely from my soul to all souls in existence. Take what you need. The Universal Council. I am present.
I'm present.
I am 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 present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
Well, I believe that brings to an end the 193rd One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace. Is there anything else for announcements or things to say? Do have the Keshe Plasma Reactor group coming up starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time on Wednesday, October 27th. And people are welcome to bring their topics of the plasma variety in for discussion or to show your replications and experiments. It's a good place for that. And of course, we have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop coming up again on Thursday at 9 a.m. Central European Time. It's the regular 9 a.m. Time for this workshop. That'll be on Thursday, October 28th. And of course, we'll be back here next week at this same time and place for the 194th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace. Now, I'd like to play the videos for the vertical enhancement spaceship unit and the horizontal enhancement spaceship unit. And I think we'll go out with those. Okay, thank you everyone for being here today, being present in today's workshop. And
Thank you, Rick.
Special thanks to Marie and the folks from the Universal Council who have been there to support this workshop and do all the work in the background, support that they do as well. Thank you for all of that. Okay, first I'll play the vertical enhancement spaceship unit.
The new Vertical Enhancement Spaceship Unit. A plasma space technology to prepare humanity for transportation and transmutation in deep space. Essential processes are embedded to prevent mutations and psychosomatic conditions during deep space travel. This new system is designed to support upper body conditions, especially of the lungs and intestines, and can be targeted specifically for each organ. When inside the Vertical Enhancement Spaceship Unit, the body experiences balance in totality, enabling it to correct and rebalance all the fields within itself. The new Vertical Enhancement Spaceship Unit, a dimension in health and transportation never seen before.
The new Horizontal Enhancement Spaceship Unit, a space technology that allows you to work with the fields of the universe. Creating a wide range of plasma field interactions and conditions, it allows the body to process itself from any physical or emotional imbalance. Once this balanced condition is achieved, the soul and emotion of the man can follow to find their balance, elevating the whole of the man. The new Horizontal Enhancement Spaceship Unit. Technology of the future through advanced plasma knowledge.